As we continue to digitize healthcare, protecting patients' electronic health information is more important than ever. But striking the right balance between data security and critical workflow efficiency is critical to ensuring the delivery of efficient, secure, and high-quality care. This is especially important as patient care expands beyond the four walls of the hospital, with new stakeholders contributing to the delivery of care across a more complex technology ecosystem. So as care providers, we need to trust both the accuracy of patient information as well as the people and technologies involved in the delivery of care across this decentralized environment. Imprivata establishes this trust across an increasingly complex network of people, technology, and information. So we'd like you to join us for the next few minutes to experience how Imprivata offers positive identity, ubiquitous access, and multifactor authentication solutions to help strike the necessary balance between security and clinical workflow efficiency throughout the care process.
First, we have to correctly identify our patient at registration. Now, previously, I'd have to ask the patient questions to be able to match her to a correct record. Roughly 1 in 10 patients were misidentified this way, and that's due to things like language barriers, clerical errors, or insurance card sharing. Now, this type of patient misidentification is a serious patient safety concern. With Imprivata's biometric patient identification solution, I simply confirm the patient's date of birth, scan her palm, and instantly identify her correctly. So, how are you doing today?
Not so well. I was here yesterday in a lot of pain, and they did a CT scan. It turns out I have kidney stones.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Well, you know what? We're going to get you found here in the system. So I'll start with your date of birth.
January 1st, 1988.
All right. And then go ahead and place your hand on the scanner there. Perfect, just like that. Now you see, Imprivata accurately identifies patients by using biometrics, creating a one-to-one link between a patient and their medical records across multiple systems. This gives care providers the confidence that they are treating the correct patient. All right, Sam. So if you just go ahead and take a seat over there, the doctor's going to be with you in just a little bit.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Sam. I'm Dr. Ross, and I'll be taking care of you today.
Hi, Dr. Ross.
Hey. I recently joined the hospital staff and was anxious about the new technologies and applications that I would need to access when caring for patients. Because our IT team uses Imprivata Identity Governance, I quickly had access to every clinical application that I needed. Imprivata's authentication management solutions then give me fast, secure access to patient information by automatically logging me into all of my applications and launching my EHR with the tap of my badge. So I don't need to enter any passwords. Imprivata establishes trust between my identity, the workstation, and my authorized applications. All right. Well, I see here that we diagnosed Sam with a kidney stone yesterday, and then we performed a CT scan, and now she's back with increased pain. Sam, I'm going to go take a quick look at your CT scan. A nurse will be with you shortly to check your vitals.
Thank you, Dr. Ross.
How are you doing today, Sam?
Not so well.
No?
No.
Well, we'll see if we can't get you fixed up, all right? So what I've just done is taken Sam's vitals, and that's using a portable vital signs monitor, and I'll send that information directly to her patient record. Now, previously, I needed to manually enter my username and my password to be able to access the device and then send the information to the EHR. That was very inefficient and also frustrating. Now, Imprivata allows me to be able to simply tap my badge, and I'm instantly authenticated. This is the same consistent workflow that I have for getting fast access to my workstations. So how would you rate your pain level today, Sam, if I had to get that on a scale from 1 to 10?
It's at least an 8 right now.
At least an 8 right now.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get you fixed up.
Thank you.
Now, Imprivata allows me to log into the same station that the doctor was using with a simple tap of my badge, which we call fast user switching. Now, I don't have to close applications, exit, or relaunch the account manually. All I need to do is just tap my badge, and I'm in. Now, the patient has indicated that her pain is increasingly worse, so I'm going to make note of that in the EHR. With Imprivata's integrated secure messaging platform, I can quickly send a message to Dr. Ross about her increased pain. Now, I used to page him, but that was inefficient, and it was also difficult for him to respond in a timely manner. Now, I can use the desktop app, and this sends a secure message. It's also convenient, and it's more context-rich than just paging. Now, Imprivata establishes trust between myself and Dr. Ross to allow us to securely and conveniently communicate. So let me just make a note in here real quick. Send that off to him, and Sam, the doctor, is going to be in with you shortly.
Thank you.
I've logged in at a virtual desktop. Instead of typing a password, Imprivata gives me access simply by tapping my badge. I just felt my phone buzz, and I see a small Imprivata notification bubble from Nurse Hathaway on my screen. It's subtle enough that it doesn't directly interrupt my workflow, but visible enough that I don't miss important messages. And when I reply, our conversation syncs real time across all of our devices. Now, as a doctor, I love that I can get any message anywhere, anytime. It's a major improvement over the old paging system. Okay, I see that Sam's pain is elevated, and I've just finished reviewing Sam's CT scan, and the stone may now be obstructing, causing her increased pain. So I'm going to respond to Nurse Hathaway to let her know I'm on my way. There you go.
I've left Sam's room to make my rounds, but I'm concerned about her elevated pain. I've received a response from Dr. Ross, which I can access on this shared mobile device that our nurses use during our shifts. You see, previously, I needed to manually enter a username and a password to be able to log into the device, and then into each application. That was frustrating and inefficient, and it also took away quality time with my patients. Imprivata's authentication management solution now allows me to simply tap my badge, and I'm instantly able to access the mobile device and its applications. It's the same fast, secure, no-click access that I trust on my workstations and my medical devices. Imprivata also allows me to launch my applications without typing my password, which is very fast and convenient. Imprivata establishes trust between my identity and the device, as well as the applications that are available to me. And let's see, well, I can see that Dr. Ross is on his way to see Sam, so I can respond to acknowledge and let Sam know that the doctor will be in shortly.
Nurse Hathaway let me know your pain is an 8 out of 10. Sorry to hear that, but I'm going to prescribe some Percocet to help with your pain, okay?
Thank you, Dr. Ross.
As you can see, my virtual session roamed with me to the patient room, allowing me to pick up exactly where I left off. So I'm now going to prescribe Sam Percocet for her pain. Imprivata's electronic prescribing of controlled substances solutions, or EPCS, has previously established a trust between my identity and the ability to access EPCS workflow within our EHR. It also establishes trust between my identity and my approved two-factor authentication methods that I've enrolled in for signing EPCS orders. This allows me to complete the prescription signing in a DEA-compliant way. Imprivata makes this two-factor authentication process extremely fast and easy by giving me the flexibility to use the most convenient authentication options available. And this allows me to complete an EPCS order with no disruption to patient care. So to sign the order, I'm prompted for my first factor, in this case, a simple fingerprint scan. The second factor is completed automatically through Bluetooth by retrieving and verifying the passcode from my smartphone without requiring me to take my phone out of my pocket. It's that fast and easy. How cool is this? So Sam, your prescription's waiting for you at the CVS on Main Street.
Really? No paper? That's so much easier. Thank you very much, Dr. Ross.
You bet. Good luck. I've left the office for the day, and now that I'm home, I want to log back into the EHR and finish up some of my charts. To increase security, I'm required to enter 2 forms of authentication to access the network. Imprivata makes this fast and easy. After I enter my password, all I have to do is accept a notification that pops up on my phone, and I'm allowed in. There we go. And approve. Here we go. So as you can see, Imprivata's multi-factor authentication solutions establish trust by binding my identity to the mobile device and token. So just like that, I can securely access the hospital network. And from here, I can access the EHR and sign EPCS orders with the push token, giving me a fast, consistent 2-factor authentication option for both workflows. This presentation has been an example of how Imprivata enables healthcare securely by establishing trust between people, technology, and information throughout the care delivery process. With comprehensive solutions that are purpose-built for healthcare, Imprivata allows care providers to spend more time focusing on their patients and less time dealing with technology. Imprivata's positive identification, ubiquitous access, and multi-factor authentication solutions strike the critical balance between security and efficiency. So this gives valuable time back to our care providers, improves security, and ensures compliance, the result of which is better patient experiences and higher quality care. Thank you.